genius, a punk rocker genius, a punk rocker genius, a punk rocker now.
So here's the thing. I was going to do this video jump roping, but I can't. I think we must have given away our only jump rope because I can't find one in our house. And then I was gonna play ball, but I was gonna bounce a ball, but our basketball is severely deflated and wouldn't bounce. And then I wanted to do slide, that that hand game, but it got really distracting and I couldn't vlog that way. So now I'm using these, which aren't exactly elementary school, but it's kind of the best I can come up with. But the thing is, I'm really bad at it, so I'm going to do it as continuously as I can, but I'm going to drop it a few times. Before I forget, there's a challenge I want to do. Jen Summers asked a really cool question, which was, if you could live in any of the Harry Potter books, which book would you live in and why? I actually have a really specific answer. I want to live in Prisoner of Azkaban, but not just any old time. I want to live in that glorious hour where Sirius offers Harry the opportunity to go live with him, and Harry thinks that he's going to get away from the Dursleys and actually have a life with his godfather. I think that's one of the happiest times Harry has ever had, and that was just, it feels so right, and it feels wrong that that didn't end up happening. This is why I don't like Snape Haley. If I'm not allowed to choose a specific part of a book, I have to choose an entire book. Well, actually no, I guess I would probably still choose to be in Prisoner of Azkaban because Lupin was the defense teacher. You asked us about our 5 favorite pieces of Harry Potter merch, and I got kind of, I guess, lax about what counts and what doesn't. I can't rate these in in order. I'm just going to do them in the order I remember while I'm doing this, which is kind of distracting. And I can't obviously hold them up, so I will be showing you footage of that while I do this. And I don't know if the sound of these things hitting is registering on the camera, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it that while you're watching me hold these objects that I am doing this little baton trick. Okay. Definitely the first thing I can think of is my tag from Prophecy. I mean, Prophecy totally changed everything. I didn't go there to meet up with people, I went there to meet people. So I'm really glad that I went to Prophecy before I had a lot of fandom friends, because I actually got to go to programming, and at Terminus I'll definitely go to some, but I'll be really distracted. But just having the ability to stand online at Starbucks and turn to the person next to you and be like, Snape, did you see that coming? And just anyone, you could talk to anyone. I loved that, and my name tag just reminds me of everything that happened that week, and it makes me really happy. The next is a Polaroid I have of me and my best friend Amanda at the release of Deathly Hallows. That was at the local mall where the Barnes & Noble is. I didn't actually end up getting mine at the Barnes & Noble. I ordered it off Amazon, but I went to the party, and it's just happy because it's me and Amanda, and I dig Polaroids because they remind me of Nina Myrtle, and it's just nice. And I'm really glad that I have a picture from that night, because that was the last night of open canon, and that's important. Sedwig Cullen. I first bought this owl to use at Whomping Willow's shows when he plays I Killed My Owl, because people do the headbanging owl thing during the chorus. But then somehow that turned into how Hedwig. Okay, Cedric Diggory is actually Edward Cullen because Robert Pattinson plays them both. And then somehow that turned into Hedwig is also Cedric, is also Edward. and so this owl became named Sedwig Cullen, and that happened in a weird conversation I had with Leanne at the first sidewalk show back in January. And Sedwig is also very, very good to cuddle with, and he's just a very good owl, and I love him a lot. Okay, this next one I guess is kind of predictable, but it's my Hufflepuff tie. I used to have a tie that was just Hufflepuff colored that I bought at some store. This is so hard. But I ended up actually losing it, or forgetting it, at the hotel in Toronto after Prophecy, and so Amanda got me a actual legit, like, you know, official-ish tie for my birthday. So we're back to Amanda and caring about my friends, and it's also, you know, house pride. And this last one is where it gets kind of dubious as to whether or not it counts as Harry Potter merchandise. But it's this Metro card. I bought it at the first sidewalk show back in January, and then I used it. Like, I kept refilling it every time I went into the city, which was pretty much only ever to see Potter people. So, you know, it reminds me of Sarah Keeler. I love you, Sarah. And it's Hufflepuff colored. I think Metro cards count as Potter merch. This is so hard. This is definitely a punishment. It's making me feel bad about myself. I have so little dexterity. I can't even remember what I'm being punished for. And I feel bad because I haven't looked at this camera the whole time, and I swore to myself I'd never do that again after Zelda. Because, you know, I hate feeling like I'm only talking to you while distracted, even though, at least at this time, Danny insisted that I be distracted. But, I don't know, I feel like I'm cheating you if I'm not looking at you. I've been using my Wednesdays to complain a lot about my senior directed, so I feel like I have to tell you what's going on with it. We had our first rehearsal with full props today, and the performance is on Friday and Saturday, but I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're gonna pull it off. There were parts that still need work, and you know, it's not polished or perfect, but it's not awful either, and I'll settle for not awful. I think that's all from me for now. Oh, Liz, you didn't post a video, so I think you get punished, unless there's some sort of rock-stocky reason that you can explain to me. I'm punishing you. Yeah. Unless you have a good reason, I'm punishing you. And, awesome! I'm done. Amy, I will see you tomorrow.